Peter, okay. And
There's
we
Sylvie.
are on. Welcome to
Welcome.
tonight's
Happy New
Miraclegroup.
Year.
Yeah, first of the year. Happy New Year. Happy, prosperous,
Nice.
abundant, joyful.
Yes.
Whatever you ask for, 2021.
That's right. And more and more.
And thank you for joining us online. And thank you for everyone showing up for yourself here.
Yes, because it is really important. And we might be saying the same thing so many times over and over. And I love when Skydra comes in and she says, tell me again, because it works. Tell me again and tell me again. I love hearing it again.
And it's so fun. I mean, we just completed a whole year, 2020, and we have this daily asking journal, and each of us longer in this group now is filling in a page each day. And by the end of the year, I always make it a habit to take my 4 books out, and then I go through it. Oh my gosh. And some of these things I have yet to remember, all these miracles that I wrote down, and just seeing them again just makes me so much more faithful. Right. And so excited to even ask more. So I read with gratitude first everything that I have created in the last year. So it's like 365 miracles plus, because I have like 2 and more each day. So then by the end of the year, I can read like almost 700 things that came to be. And then I can start asking for the new year, and we will show you exactly like a really good method how to ask for the new year, and we fill it in together. And we promise by the end of the year, there is so much you can look back to what came to be. Because right now you're starting, I mean, you have probably did a little bit, but professionally with us, you do so much more asking and so much more comes through. And I just heard Debbie saying before we started. She was going to
share some.
Yeah, you were saying you brought your old book just to share a little bit.
Yep, I brought my old one
just to see
too.
like how much actually came to be.
Yeah. Right. So we'll let you start and just share a couple of them, Debbie.
Hi, Sue. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Well,
let Donna say hi.
When I first started with this group, I remember the very first thing, I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what I was going to put down with all these people that kept manifesting all this. So the first thing I put down is I am more organized. Well, I have to tell you, I am so much more organized today that when I went up in the attic to get some of my holiday stuff, I couldn't find where the boxes that I put it in, because I had gotten so organized. And there were these 2, and I even put them in a red container, and so that's where they were. I had got so organized, I put it in red and
color coded.
Right, I know. So many areas of my life, my house is a lot more organized and stuff. And I have definitely grown more spiritually in my prayer life, in my Bible life. And let's see. Let's see. And I took several online classes, art classes that I wanted to take this year. And I have an accountability partner that I work this, program with.
Yeah, thank you. And that's part of the program that we suggest is everybody have a prayer partner, because the Bible says where 2 or more gather in my name, there I shall be also. So there's a magic to that the 2 is an absolute. So that is, we say, is it an option? Wait, the Bible says the universe was set up. That's why there's a Trinity, that there has to be a second battery in your flashlight. So there has to be, and the idea is a high five. The person, my kids just literally will sign this page. The idea that there's just some energy on your side, whether they read what I wrote or the opposite, there's an energy. And they just sign that page. So that's a blessing. And thanks for sharing. And I'll share a few things that what I remember when we first met, which is so great, was that one of your greatest lessons you told me after what we shared in this group is that you learn to go into your own space, your own room, and shut the door and let everybody else be right.
Yes.
Let them all be right. And when you let everybody else be right, because everybody is right, everybody's exactly where they're supposed to be in every moment. And it's for us to have an opinion about only our own life. That's it, just our own life. And the opportunity of this lifetime is so that we can actually investigate our own soul. And that's our solo-ness. And we came in alone with God, guess what? And we're going out of this experience called life with God alone. And so let's practice. And that was something that you so joyfully grabbed with your pen and paper and just said, I'm going to go in my time in. We always say, take a time out. How about a time in your own little space, your own little chair, your own little books. And in your time in, where you're actually taking, we call it a couch time, where you're sitting down saying, what do I really want out of that situation? Instead of having an emotion towards it, what is my real outcome that I'm writing down, that I'm asking? And I loved when we got together, you said you were ready to seek something out. And you said, before I even go look for it, I'm going to write down that I have it. And I do that all the time. And one of the biggest differences I feel is when I'm going to go do something or seek something, I write down that I have it already, accomplished perfectly. This is how it's going to feel, or this is what it's going to look like, smell like, taste like. And I write down that I already have it. And then once it's written down, we can just leave it to God. That's the joy. The joy is we can just leave it. So why do we write? Well, I'm going to just remind us all. And this is, we know the Roman Catholics and we know the church people. This is the account of Pontus Pilate and Caesar Augustus. Okay. And now we know that when Jesus was crucified, Pontius Pilate said, I washed my hands of the whole thing. And yet he's the governor, and he has to go to his superior. So when he actually is writing, and these are all an account in libraries, in England, there's libraries in Scotland that have the original documents of Pilate communicating to Caesar. And Pilate said, God, why are you choosing me? And he says, because I need a different account. He had the Jewish account written down, our Bible. He said, I would like a different account. And so everywhere in here, though, and we all have pens out and we're ready to write something. And the reason I just bring this account, it says, by a word alone, he healed them. And then it says, by a word, he changed something. And throughout their whole account, Jesus, the King of the Jews, and then it says here, uttering a word. What are we going to do tonight? We're going to write a bunch of words. So how does, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. How do we move molecules or move matter? We move them with our words. So if you really understand that God spoke everything in existence, there's a great little account here. And so over and over in all their correspondence, by the word it was done, by his word, all through their whole letters to each other. I underlined it every time. He said, he healed with a word. So all the accounts that were recorded were by his word. So he either held his tongue, and that's part of understanding your word, is when you hold your tongue. Because Paul put it really nicely here in one of his accounts, and I saw this, and it really was so amazing to me. And Paul, and I'll just paraphrase this one, he did something really interesting. And here's cured by his word, cured by his word. Everything was by his word. Prayers of the word of God. So we too we're the only creatures on this earth that do one thing, speak words. So he gave us his creation power. It says we're made in his image. And the one thing that we have an ability to do, that's why I said, get your pen out today. So we have ability to do all this with words. And that's why we can call forth anything we call forth. So Paul, he was being written to by one of his colleagues, and they said, "Oh, we have yet to see you. It's been a year. It's been so long since we've seen you." And Paul says, and it's so wonderful. He said, "Well, the reason you have yet to hear from me is because you must know that if I pick up my pen, ink makes a mark, and the word declares." Okay, so we in our group here, the Miraclegroup, we use this, I declare. And Paul said, for those of you, right after that sentence, he says, for those of you who understand what I'm saying, the reason I have closed my mouth and declared zero with my pen, remember, he was imprisoned, he was shipwrecked, he was all, Is he going to declare this back, the sad stories? Because the minute he declares it again, the minute we say our bad day that we had, it happens again. Our word recreates it over and over again. And so our group here, our miracle group, we've decided to set down all our sad stories and only come together. If you've noticed when you walked in, we're all smiling, we're all happy, 0 yesterdays, just, oh, it's all good, ready for a great year, sharing good stories, only happy endings, so that you get more of what you asked for, and you vibrate with it. So there's the tree of life, and there's this illusionary tree, the illusion of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. It's very interesting. What if we focused our entire life on the tree of life? And all of us in here have decided as a group to come together and focus completely on the tree of life. And in that is the glory and love and awesome and miracles and happiness. And so that is the introduction. And the next 10 meetings that we have, we're going to go through 10 of the basic lessons again. And this is what we're here for. So Joe Dispenza, what really got me while I was New Year's gone skiing in Colorado, a few of us here had said they're really watching some Joe Dispenza. I think, Christine, you were saying that too.
Betsy's there right now.
Yeah, Betsy's there right now. So there's 2 of our group members. I know that Oscar's familiar with Joe Dispenza and JJ, and so I said, okay, I got to get watching some Joe Dispenza. And he's gathered in a room with thousands of people. And the first question he's the guy who tells us that we actually can make new neural pathways. We can rewire this brain. We can do whatever it takes. And how do we do it? We do it with our word. So we're going to go beyond the Anthony Robbins and beyond the Joe Dispenza. They say, yes, it can be done. And they say through your emotions, through your actions, through your belief, through your faith. And I'm going to challenge that. And we have proven that in this group, is that if you just focus your word, that trumps everything. So if we are in the dimension of the spirit realm, in the all in all, the creator of all that is, and that all that is realm, emotion doesn't matter. So your word calls forth the molecules. And if we can just use our words and do enough of it, it can. So his first question is, how many of you have an absolute plan for your life? How many have an absolute plan for next week, for next month, for next year, for your whole life? And it was amazing because all these people, when he was asking these other questions, had their hands going up. And the minute he said who's got their life completely planned out so that you can reach your target, the audience was still. And so I said, well, okay, that's the greatest place to, lesson number 1, right? Live by design. Let's have one. And so we're here tonight, and it's really fun because I'm going to teach you a way with Sylvie to live by design in a half hour and have a life's design in a half hour. And some of us, you can say, have we ever really done it? Well, maybe a little bit here and a little bit there. We have to-do lists, and lists are one thing, but think about your life is multidimensional. It's big. There's different areas you like to improve and grow in. So lesson 1 is going to be live by design. Lesson 2 is our 9-step method that we all here that been together have found tried and true. Asking and declaring. We just spoke about that a little bit. The 4th lesson, the power of your words. We mentioned that. 5, the power of the pen. And that's what we're going to experience right now. We're going to begin, for some of you, the first time to really pen, and then own it all. It's all me. It's all me. It's all me. Everything that's ever happened to you, if you want to be part of this group, you have to first own. And that is, it's all me. It's all me. It's always been me. If I get in a car accident, it's my fault. If
That's
my hands are on the
usually the
wheel.
lesson that everyone goes away with the biggest aha and the most excitement.
Every contract in your drawer is signed by your initials. So every marriage you had, you signed the agreement. Every boyfriend, you said yes. Girlfriend, you said yes. So the whole idea is when you own your life, things can pivot. It's called the pivoting point. Everything changes. It's always been me. You baked all the cookies in your life. And that is why each of our lives in this one room, even though there's lots of different people, are completely different. We each baked all the batches. And we burnt a lot, and we had good ones. And the faster we can throw out the burnt cookies, take the trash out to the curb, instead of throwing them at each other or trying to eat them or making other people eat them, right? I mean, this is the fun that we have to all realize is we've done a lot of that. We want other people to, we want to blame them that we burnt the cookies. Listen, if you touch the stove, you're in the game. So we have to remember that whatever part of all of it, it's us. It's all us. So own it all.
We don't like hearing that.
Yeah. Okay, number 7 is going to be the seed. Remember, all the information is in the seed. So it's all here. There's zero seeking needing. There's zero searching for inspiration. It's all here. You are complete. You came in. It's all in the seed. And that's why God says you only need the faith of a mustard seed, the tiniest little dot of faith, because everything's already in the seed. Number 8 is going to be the matching vibration. So just like our cell phones, if you've yet to receive something that you're really excited about, you gotta move in range to receive that. You got to get yourself vibrating for receiving.
And this is why, like Sir Joe Dispenza and Tony Robbins are so correct, because that's what they teaching, like the be in the vibration with it.
Yes. Yeah. Be your good self. Focus on the good. Learn more, vibrate higher, do more seminars, right? So be the matching vibration. 9 is meditation and incantations and affirmations. And so why is that so important? If everything's moved by the word and affirmations are words and inspirations, isn't that great if we could just repeat those words a few extra time or come up with something that gives you an aha light that feels so good when you say, yes, I can. And I will. So whatever your little incantations are, whatever your affirmations are.
And remember, like Louise he does a lot of affirmation work. And then if you look at it even closer, if you power that up with only positive words, I mean, how much stronger can that be?
Right. So that becomes the more advanced understanding, is that every word matters because words move matter. So as words move matter, that means that there's an opportunity for us to train up our brain. And Joe Dispenza, he proved this. We can train up this brain. It can change every moment, every day. And Sylvie and I took 9 months to train our brains to really focus on the positive words. And that's why when we write with the pen, we can cross out some words and we can actually edit them. And if you're interested to learning on how to do that, we have 2 books that we wrote on how to help yourself check on your own thinking and your own speaking, so that if the words profess everything, they're the right words. So the tree of life, we have the examples in Ask and You Shall Receive of, if you say unstoppable and you've got an un, which is a negative, and a stop in there, the universe would rather just say go free. So are we saying unleash the power within, right? If I have 3 dogs, if they're out in the backyard running free, that's different than if I'm unleashing them. Because if we say unleash, we're creating a leash first and then a need to un it. If you say stress less, you still got the word stress in there. If you say pain free, you still got the word pain in there. How about you just want to feel good? People come to me all the time and I say, well, what are you here for when they come for their health? And they'll say, oh, I want less pain. I want to be pain-free. I said, you mean you just want to feel good? I can help you with that. Let's just go out and write down that you're going to feel good when you leave here. And that's the real target. So the way we're going to do it today is we're going to show you the method that Sylvie and we've been asked over and over again. How do you do it? What is it? It's so exciting. I'm going to let everybody dig right in. Those are going to be the next 10 lessons. So I'm going to hand that back to you.
The tree of life.
Yeah, the tree of life. Yeah. So the tree of life, again, is to choose only goodness, because you get more of what you bark up. You bark up the tree of life, you'll get more life. You bark up the other tree, you'll get all that illusion. And we know that all those things going south or away, that's all up that other tree. So in the Bible, it's amazing. That illusionary tree is only mentioned in the very beginning, and then it's 0 mentioned again. And then we've been taught over and over and over and over about this tree. And most people say, oh, I know the tree. It's called the tree of knowledge and evil, of good and evil. And I said, what's the other tree? And they have to think, the tree of life. But in the end of the Bible, in the end of the story, there only is the tree of life. And it spans
Remember,
on both sides of the river.
The other tree was the one where the serpent was in and offered the fruit, and when you eat it, what happens? You die.
Yeah.
So
So it has
it's
all
like
the
a story
negativity.
that you hear a lot.
Right.
I've heard that story.
Yeah. So we've all heard the negative story how many times in our life? Hundreds.
Yeah.
So I call it the blue jar of candies and the yellow jar of candies. Dig into the yellow jar of sun.
So we
And
are
the
here
blues, get your hand out of the bottom of the
tree.
jar. Right. So we want those yellow, sunny candy light. We want the tree of life. And we came together to live there. And that's what this group really is about, is to live in that tree of life. And we're happy to do it. So
Now let's start with a prayer.
yep. And then we're going to journal.
And then we are starting to live by design and starting our year.
Yep.
Plan for the year. Want to open us?
Sure. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this opportunity to be together. We are so proud and excited that we know the power of word. Thank you for making us your most inspired creatures, the ones that you love the most, made in your divine image and in your likeness. And we understand that you created everything by calling it forth and declaring it with words. And we here tonight will do just as you did. And we will declare things and call them forth with words. Thank you for the companionship of each other, the love, the kindness, the wonder, the miracles that we share every single time we get together. Thank you for the great wealth you have given to us and you continue to shower us with, and help us receive it, Lord, because that is something that's new to a lot of people. They definitely have to understand that giving and receiving is the same vibrational frequency. We welcome in both that giving and receiving, understanding that receiving comes first and giving comes after that. So we receive, we ask, and we understand that you said these great words: ask and it shall be given, knock and the door shall be open, seek and ye shall find. And then you followed that up with saying, for everyone who asks receives. And again, that is for everyone who asks receives. And we are here to do just that with your great book and your great word.
And we're coming with our whole tribe to the storehouse.
Mm-hmm. And you say, bring your whole tribe into the storehouse, and it can be more full than we could ever imagine and overflowing. And we're here to receive all that, Lord. Thank you.
Prayers and thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
In your name, thank you so much that you have sent everything already and we are here to receive. It's
That's
ours by birthright and we're here to grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
And
so
if you
much.
have your book filled out, just put your hand on it for a moment, because it's your whole, and say, dear God, repeat after me, dear God, you know my heart.
Dear God, you know my heart.
Mm-hmm. It's written down.
It's written down.
I am now ready and allowing myself to receive.
I'm now ready and I'm allowing myself to receive.
To receive. Amen.
Pray of the best.
Mm-hmm. All right. And that is also why we write it down. My sister was the one who told me that. Once it's all written down, it's so great. You just put your hand on and say, here it is, Lord. And I say the morning breakfast is, you've got my entire heart written down right in front of you. Just bring it on. It's all been prayed over, thought over, edited, excited. Stickers are in there. There's all kinds of fun that I've done on the way of this 3 months. And each 3 months, you've got another book upon book.
Hemingway's watching.
Oh yeah, Hemingway's watching, good. So we then take the books and put the year on the spine. These are the last ones that and you brought your couple too. I have 4 for the year. And I pray over them. And I like to go every New Year's and go 10 years back and read all the miracles that I wrote down, ask, and you'll see it all has come true. And even the ones that you have to have your eyes open for, you're like, oh my gosh, even that came true. So there's more and more joy. All right.
So is there any miracle story anyone likes to share since we last met? And what are you thinking about if you wish to share your miracle? I wish to share one. So most of the time I'm wearing my cross necklace. And I was on vacation in Miami, and I remember when I left there, before I left, I showered because we went to the beach. And I remember I put my crochet in exactly my bath little thing with a zipper. And I remember I closed my zipper. And I had this conversation before at the beach when someone looked at my cross and told me, my mother said, and this is like where our belief system comes in, and that's why we do a lot of belief work here all the time. he said to me, my mother told me if you wear your cross around your neck, it means like you are willing to wear the same burden Jesus did. And in this moment, when you hear something like that, you have to cancel it out right away and redeclare it into something better. And in this moment, you know, like sometimes your first reaction is like, oh, if that is true, then why am I wearing my necklace? So this was my first, instead of saying, oh, because like when I thought about it the next day, I was like, and because I was looking in my little bath thing and my cross was gone, vanished, was zero to be found. I looked everywhere and it was gone. I remember exactly where I put it, and I always put it in the same spot. So it was vanished because I had the thought of, if that is the case, I don't want to wear it. Gone. So then I had, loving my cross necklace, I'm thinking, okay, I have to like make it appear again. So I wrote it in my journal, I wish to have my cross necklace again. And then I had to do my belief system again because someone now put something in me. And sometimes I allowed that I had this new belief, or like this, just the thought of it that came into my being. So I had to restate it. Wait a minute. Jesus did everything on the cross already. It's done, and I can rejoice. So why am I wearing my cross? I'm wearing my cross because I know it is done, it is done, it is done. And I'm wearing it to remember, rejoice again. I say rejoice. So it took me, however, 3 weeks. And at some point I was unloading my car and I saw some bling on my passenger seat. And who knows me knows I'm organized. If it would have been there before, I would have seen it, because there's so in this moment it was like actually one thing was after Thanksgiving, and this was the day before Christmas, or on Christmas morning. I emptied my car and I saw the bling. So it was Christmas, and like I was like treating Christmas as Jesus' birthday. So there it was, like little bling. I picked it up and it was my cross chain again. So I manifested it again because I was ready again to receive it.
Yeah. And remember that when we find something, if that illusionary part of us says, oh, that might be somebody else's money laying there. Oh, that might be somebody else's necklace laying there. Oh, and then we look in the newspaper to see maybe somebody's put an ad in. Then we're far beyond understanding that our mind and our word is creating it in that moment for us. And there's plenty for everybody else. So remember that you, with your words and your desire, and you're bringing it to the energy God force, you're creating it in every moment. So please understand that it is for you. It's only for you. You're the only one who can see it in that moment. Pick it up, enjoy it, totally rejoice in it. And you can always say this or its divine equivalent. So if you really know that God loves you and he wants you to have everything, and you're saying, okay, then I'm going to say this or its divine equivalent. You can always say that. So if you have a big desire and you're saying, well, you know, I'm saying red, but I'm actually okay with any color, then just say this or its divine equivalent. And God will always give you its divine equivalent or the exact thing that's come already in front of you. So
and that's why we always write down or more or better.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are okay with whatever God decides for us, which is better. I mean, we're always fine with better,
right,
or more.
So I'll share one little quick story that was real fun. I was in a ski line 2 days ago in Colorado, and I took a run by myself. My daughter just went in, and I was going up to go on the other side of the mountain to meet my husband. And I was just standing in line, and I said, well, God, you know, it's Sunday, rejoicing and singing praise to God. And up next to me appears a person, and it's COVID, so you got the masks on, even though you're skiing. And we just kind of go up, and I go, that's interesting that this guy, because usually with COVID, it's like, is it all right if I ride with you? Mm-hmm. You know, you have to ask every single in line. And the operator asks you, are you all right taking another person with you? Only stay on your part of your chair. And this person's just right next to me going along, and we're getting up on the chairlift. And we said, are you joining me? Yes, this sounds great. 100% like our Miraclegroup, gets on the lift, and we're just talking away. And he's like, oh yeah, I've done all 25 years of Anthony Robbins and this and that. And I said, oh, what a wonderful 1%er is getting on the chairlift with me. We have this great conversation all about all this stuff on the way up. and he was telling me about his girlfriend's 11-year-old son, and he was giving him a little, and I said, you mean that 11-year-old, that's you? Because it's all you and your creator, remember? So it was real fun to ride that up, and he immediately purchased the books. That was fun, and so we got the order in, and it was fun to be a part of, in no matter where you are, if you ask for that moment where you can touch a heart, it's there. It's right standing next to you in the middle of the snow, in the middle of COVID, in the middle of whatever, it's all there for you. So just ask for all the, whatever your moment is, just ask and the miracle will happen.
And I was so thankful for Jacek sending me the video from Seat to Table from the party. I mean, if you look at the video, what it looked like inside this party,
I don't think anything's going on.
it's like, okay, it's like any year. It's there's zero mass. Everyone is like, it was so crowded. It was amazing.
Everybody's having fun,
Yeah.
hugging and kissing, and
It was
awesome.
So just to show, like, even in this room, I mean, you see how many masks are on here right now, and how much belief do we have that everything is done, we are healthy, Jesus did it all for us, we receive our healing in whatever kind of form.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it's been just a blessed year. Oh my gosh. And when you go back, like I was sharing all over the fact that I got that house, and Alan, I'm just going to share again with that crazy for the people who haven't heard this. So Sylvie picked out a paper out of the mail that came in, and it was a picture of a house in Naples here, and she put it in our stack for her vision board. And I went out and I said, Sylvie, I bought a house. And she looked at the pictures and she said, wait a second, I've seen that before. And at the same time, Alan joins the Miraclegroup and he says, well, I always wanted to know. Well, first he wanted to have the house. And then he says, every time I walk by that house, I say, I'm going to know the person that lives in that house. So she had it on her vision board. We're all sitting at this table. Yeah. She had it on her vision board, the house I bought. He wants to know the person in the house. Isn't life great? So when you see that's, when you're open to receive it. Okay, good. Well, we'll all get together and have a group there. So this is the joy. Yeah, we'll have the party. So this is the whole joy that we're all interconnected, and the energy, when you put yourself in there, we can just laugh. Like I said, this table that came from Carmen, another Miraclegroup member, gifted to JJ, was originally my girlfriend's table.
And when I went to her house, she gave us all the furniture, and I looked at the table. She said, no, this is not ours. This is our renter's table. And I said, oh,
the people are renting from.
I really would like that. And she's like, okay. 2 weeks later, she calls me. She's like, you want that table? I go,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to go through that's the fifth owner, because the renter she's talking about, it was my girlfriend, the renter, Carmen, and I'm sitting on it. I'm the fifth person to sit at this table. You see how many live for this exact table. And then this piece of glass on this table was new. That JJ had sitting in her garage saying, someday I will have the table to put this glass on that'll fit. Okay, so can you imagine, now we're starting my daughter's 22 and she went to school with this child. So we're talking 20 years ago, how this whole little dream started off this one table and one chair that I'm sitting in now, using every single 2 weeks. Okay, so that
she was
is
seeing this table like when we were driving up to Carmen's. Remember when we were driving to Carmen's and you said like, I know exactly where
so we drive into the dunes and we're going to pick some things up. JJ wrote down she wanted all kinds of furniture for a bigger home. And all of a sudden, one Miraclegroup member had all this furniture. And we get in the gate of the dunes, and I said, oh my gosh, because it's all so connected in your own. I said, I know exactly where we're going. We're going to this apartment that is my girlfriend's old house from 22 years ago, where the kids had the birthday parties there. I said, I just know it. Zero address, I'll go there and you'll tell me, and Carmen will be standing in that driveway. And she was. So you see, we create it all. We create all of our life. There's a girlfriend I had. Well, here's a good one. Vilma, who's part of this Miraclegroup, lived on Tulip Road. She switched her address to another place. She bought a new place. I said, let me guess, it's on Tulip Road. Then she says, guess what? I have this great cleaning lady for you. You really love her. She's cleaned for me for some years. And then she says, I'm buying a house. I said, where? In Fort Myers. I said, I'll tell you exactly where it is. Tulip Road. Yeah. Vilma, who's one of our Miraclegroup members, 3 houses on Tulip Road. And then she gives me somebody who goes and buys a house on Tulip Road, the only road I know in Fort Myers.
Does she really like tulips?
It's the same with the birthday party where you met Mark with JJ. The birthday party with the house. You know, like you're going to a birthday party and then you were wondering about the guy.
Yes, Bill Van Arsdale. Okay, so JJ's birthday. This is a great story. I just have, then we're going to start journaling.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, JJ says, can you come to my birthday? And Vilma was with me, Helen, these are all Miraclegroup ladies. Helen was with me, and my husband and I were going up Saturday night. So he's driving me, he says, where are we going? I said, well, we're going to JJ's birthday party. He goes, well, whose house is it at? I said, I have no idea. We're just getting in the car. JJ said, meet it at this address. And that day earlier, I was driving in Old Naples and I drove past a house and a friend, an old friend, dear friend, when Marianne Williamson came in town and Deepak Chopra, this was 20 some years ago, 25 years ago, we all sponsored them together to come. And I said, whatever happened to Bill Van Arsdale? I said, what happened to Bill, God? I would really like to know. So literally I ring the doorbell, it's Bill's house.
And Bill opens the door or whatever.
16 years? Yeah. He was the first person that had dinner at my house 21 years ago when I bought this house. He was the first person I had over for dinner. Hadn't seen him since that time. Where's Bill? I said, God, show me Bill. What happened to Bill? And I ring the doorbell to go to your birthday party. I have no idea whose house I'm going to. And it's Bill. So you see, it's all perfect. And these are the little miracles that we write down because they are miracles. They totally are miracles.
And it's every day. I mean, even today we listen to so many, we experience so many stories. And then like Carisa's daughter, Savannah, comes and it's like, oh, Mom, my new roommate. It's the girlfriend from my boyfriend's best friend. And I already met her at my
went to all her birthday parties.
She always went to my best friend's birthday parties.
And let's even go deeper. Yesterday in Colorado, that girl was in our apartment. She drove to 4 hours to come see us. The roommate, the roommate's best friend that had connected my kids, the same daughter, years ago. I'm in Colorado. This child visits, and it's her best friend who now moves in the day.
And we always look at each other and say, like, can we actually make up new people? It's like even in this town.
A new table.
Like we go to any meeting and James Stevens is there. Or
I know. We run into him all the time. Anybody, like you start meeting, you start running into them all the time, right? Right.
Yeah. So we can script our life. It gets more glorious and more fun.
That just shows that we have all matching vibration and matching particles, and we are supposed to be here right now to do our yearly asking.
And she was supposed to be here today. I got here 15 minutes. I'm always here early. I got here 15 minutes late. So as I'm coming up to the gate, there's 3 cars in front of me, and the front car, I see someone's having trouble, and she's turning to leave, and so I roll my window down, and she saw me, and I'm out the way. I said, "You're trying to get in the gate," and she said, "Yeah." I said, 2332. That's the code to get in. No, so I go. The other 2 cars go through, and then I go through, and I pull, and I stop on the other side of the gate, and I'm waiting. I almost picked up the wrong man. A car goes by. I almost picked up another man. Oh my God. So I see her, and she gets through the gate, and as she's coming, I said, "You're going to JJ's, right?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." So she followed me here. She would not be here tonight if God hadn't put it in.
Helped her along the way. And we know she's very blessed. She's been doing this work for a long time.
Yeah.
And I remember
from a Beamer meeting we met a long time ago.
And then I remember, like, Peppy texted me yesterday, and she said, or the day before, and she said, "God willing, I will be there." So God willed her
Will
to
make
be
will,
there.
yeah.
And remember, God's will is I will.
Right.
And I
He
need to
already
bring
said
that-
yes.
that
He's
end
just giving you an opportunity to
table.
say
And then
yes.
park house.
Mhm.
No.
So when
no,
we
no,
say
no.
match your will with God's will, because God already said I will. For every one of your askings, that's why we ask a lot to receive a lot, because He already said I will.
Okay.
So anyone has like a really great story to share?
Did Sue, did you want to share? Let
Yeah.
Sue share one.
Let's see. Can you unmute yourself?
No, I'm waiting for them to come.
Yeah,
Yay!
you're still muted. Let's see if I can.
Click
do
on the
it.
bottom.
Who, me?
Now we
I
hear you.
hear you. Now I hear you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's so good to see everyone. I gave my daughter, as you know, the books
Uh-huh.
and the, what do you call it, disc and so on.
Uh-huh.
So I had written on October 31st that my son-in-law has a new manager for his restaurant. So that was Halloween. And yesterday he told me, he said, I have a new manager. He said, you wrote that for me, didn't you?
Okay, he's finally getting it. Yay! After
Okay,
all
so
these years.
Sue and I have been friends of mastermind for 20
No, it's the one in North Carolina. But
Oh, yeah.
so that was a wonderful thing. And another thing, I was looking through my notes today and I found the talk about I am satisfied. Remember you said we're supposed to say that every hour or something?
Every hour.
Yeah, so that was a good.
Those exact words, I am satisfied. That word satisfied has a miracle in it.
Yeah, so that's a good good start to the
reminding us about that one, yeah. This is so many lessons, everybody. That's why there's a place. Yeah.
So you can rewatch it.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, we do have a social platform for the new people here. It's called Million True Millionaires, and all of our lessons are on there. And so if you want to get more or learn more, they're just like this, and they're on there. All right, let's begin.
Yeah.
Let's get in. Everybody, a pen out in your hand.
So either take a journal or we're starting the
We're
year
starting new
anew
ones. If anybody wants to buy a
with
new
our
one.
inspiration journal or inspiration notebook. So I started my next chapter inspiration notebook 2021 on this one.
Okay. So
who?
does she gift it?
Yeah.
You have to have another one.
Yeah. So if you wish to start, like I know, Ellen, you have this one, so you can open this. So whoever has their inspiration.
Okay, it either says intention or inspiration. It has a gold star on it, on the cover.
Yeah, it's best if you
For $10, do yourself the hugest favor, get one. This
Which one?
Yeah, is there's intention or inspiration?
It says daily.
That's your other one. I want the
That's the
other
other
one,
one.
Sue.
Okay,
so there's a reason we've done them all.
You have the other one. So this
I
is
have it in the other room. I'll just write it in here.
Okay,
That's
so
okay.
I purposely put the star. Yeah, it's okay. That's it. Yeah, you just have a little version of it. It's all perfect. Okay, so we added a few
Sabrina, if you
things.
require a copy, let me know and I send you one in the mail or we meet real quick or something like that.
Okay, so open it up and
For
put
this
your
because it's for the
date
whole
in the cover and your name.
Just
You're
10
signing
It's a
it.
new book.
Do I get the?
It's a new book.
Inspiration. If you have the intention one, do you have the intention one?
This is
It has a star.
this is
The newest version has a star on
This
it.
is
It's just 2021, so we added a
This
few
is the one
things.
we're using today.
Oh, okay.
So,
What, I'm trying to think. Try to get
All right,
you.
so go ahead and write in the date
Which one I
for
have?
January 2021. All right. And we do always start with,
thank you.
when you have time, go and read all the good notes Sylvie made in the beginning, because I'll tell you how to use it. Although we're gonna do it today together. So you start right in the cover, write your name and the year.
I wonder if I have that in the other room. I'm gonna go look.
Yeah, go look.
Is that
You
for
probably do,
inspiration?
Sue.
Or for the-
Okay, so you're gonna see the very first thing that we ask of everyone is to write a mission down. Right? If you're on a mission, you gotta know what your plan is. You gotta have a mission. So we're here on this earth and we all are ready for a mission. And if you're yet to know your mission statement by heart, start with 3 words that you love or describe you. Just write 3 words, any words. So for me, it's joy. Receive joy. Joy, health. People know me. I enjoy health. So joy, health, and resetting. I use a method of skio energetics to reset. Those are my 3 words. And God. So resetting is my verb. So it's God, joy, and health. And resetting is my verb. Give yourself a verb. What do you do? What do you enjoy? And that's how we begin. So a lot of us do have our mission or our statements already written. It can be as simple for the advanced students to say, I am the light. And that's in all of our CDs. I know that JJ's probably at that point. So when you can understand, I am the light, we're the light of Christ. And when we polish ourselves like we're doing in this meeting right now, he can shine through us. So that is what we said. You throw away your own cookies. There's 0 blame. You're only working on yourself. It's all self-improvement here. It's all me, it's all me, it's all me. Pivoting point. I did it all.
If you wish to like work a little further on your divine mission and you're still wondering how to start that, how you even get to your words, we have like a whole chapter and like chapters leading up to the divine mission statement in the book Connect to the Light. I'm just saying this for the new people because we went through this whole book last year together. And we all did our mission, and so Connect to the Light is the one you wish to go deeper in, because it starts with a fun list, and then it really builds up that you have a good vision and a good mission, and you really seek and understand what is God's plan for you.
Okay, and now I'm going to mention one more thing that needs to go on your list of your 3 words and your verb, the word I. Okay, remember X plus Y equals Z. If you remove one of the X and you're the X, there is 0 equation left. So it starts with I am the light, or my divine mission is to reset myself and others to the divine perfection they already are. Okay, myself and others. Always start in your mission statement. That might be a little different. People want to save the world, right? And they say my divine mission is to go feed people in Africa. Okay. Your divine mission is to strengthen yourself or acquire enough wealth or health and happiness so that you can go to Africa, or you can send money to Africa, or you can pray over Africa. So your divine mission would be to do something to call God center in yourself so that then you can go out. All right. So make sure your mission statement says I. Okay. My divine mission is I am the light. My divine mission is I reset myself and others. So it has to include you. That's X plus Y equals Z. Make sure you're the X and you're in your equation. Okay, your name. That is why those of us that are filling out the daily asking journal every day, and we have a gratitude message, the very first thing you're grateful for is you. Right? So that you can go out and do all these great things.
So remember the hierarchy we always mention. It's God, myself,
because we're the same, God and myself, we're one energy.
Nothing, and then others.
If
you still have that in your word, because one of the advanced lesson is we cross that out, the they, the she, the e, we completely
we're all
cross
one.
it out.
This entire room is one.
And we enjoy the oneness.
Yeah. So what's your mission, Sylvie? My
divine mission is to enjoy the abundance this world and life offers every day and share the love and light from God with myself and others.
Very good. All right. And would anybody like to share their mission? It's always really great to know each other's mission. Some of us were very tight in this group because we know each other's heart. We've actually shared each other's heart. You want to share a little bit of what your mission?
My divine mission is to love and serve God, myself, and others.
Beautiful. Good. Sue, do you have one?
No, I'm going to copy hers.
Good. That's a good one.
Running back from the other room.
All right. Who's got one that they want to share? Alan, do you have a mission?
I'm working on that thing.
Okay.
I am, and I'm really enjoying the input from everybody.
Good. JJ, your mission.
Okay. My divine mission is to create and connect relationships. I am the joy. I am the light. I am the love. I am a vision of a beautiful free world. I am grateful for all beauty and health that comes into my world, and so I can share all of that with others.
Myself and others.
What? Say that again?
I can share that with myself and others.
Share that with myself and others. God is my love and creating partner.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Beautiful.
What was that?
I second that
That
motion.
is my love and creating partner.
Second.
Mary Ann? You can give us your old
Divine
ones.
mission is to, yeah. Divine mission is to be creative, be loving, and continued health.
Good.
Mhm.
So, creative love, health. So see, it's wonderful. So us people who are in health can get on to other people. Now also, please add in the advanced class your wealth into your statement, okay? So please put your riches and your wealth in your statement if you are more advanced. Carrie, who's on the call here, she's the one who was so generous and wonderful to remind us that we are here to absorb God's wealth. We are the princess and princes of the Most High Creator, and with it comes his kingdom and all his wealth. So please do add wealth, that you're excited to be the recipient of the great wealth that is yours by divine right, or by mine by divine right. So I'm happy to receive all the wealth that is mine by divine right. See, Carrie, thank you for being on this call. We all thank you. So please do always include the fact that we're in this material world, and it is a joyous place, and we do need to have means to pay rent, to pay mortgages, to raise children, to do fun things, to eat, have gas in our car, electricity. So let's call in the wealth that is ours by divine right. And we're grateful for it. Okay, and you can also make a little gratitude statement on your mission. We gave you the whole page to write on. So go ahead and you can just write the word gratitude. You can add that into your mission if you'd like. Okay, so again, it starts with 3 words. So new people, can you give me 3 words that describe you?
Joy, love.
And your verb?
Dance.
Dance, okay. Joy, love, and dance. Okay, so all you need to do is form a sentence with those words for yourself and for the world, or just yourself. Great. All right. Christine.
All right, well, I said to be a blessing to others.
Myself and others.
Myself and others.
Yep. Perfect. And call in your wealth, please.
Call in my wealth.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
you're here to enjoy the wealth that your creator has for you. Yeah. Write it down.
Okay.
Carrie's proud of you. I'm so happy. All right, Alan, you want to share?
3 words?
Yes.
Happy, healthy, and wealthy.
Very good. And your verb?
My verb.
How do you like to do that?
Prompt me, please.
Okay, so I like using my skio, so I like to reset people. Sylvie, what was your verb?
Enjoying.
Enjoying
And sharing.
and sharing. And dance was her verb. She likes to do something with dance and movement. And I know music is, and playing music. He likes to create music.
So what is a verb that describes you?
I like to spread joy.
Yeah, sharing is, I was just gonna say,
Spreading.
yeah, sharing is it, right. Absolutely, great. Okay, James Stevens, I know you've got a good one.
Well, you just prompted me
Mhm.
with music as the element. I was
Yeah.
seeking, accepting rather, not seeking, accepting from spirit the element. So what I have, I'll start with those 3 words. Glorious presence, graceful ease, and ecstatic joy are my composition, or the composition that flows through my life.
Beautiful. Oh, and expressed through your music.
Through my life.
Through your life and your music.
My life. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
And my divine mission?
Yeah.
I am living as love and light ever increasingly, I am here now to fully embody and express divinity. The glory and grace of God expands ever increasingly.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
The wealth of God is my wealth.
Yes.
I love to live in luxury and ease.
Mhm.
I just call it luxuries.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It is my gratitude for God and the world as my nature.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. So nice.
By the way, he made our Christmas party.
Oh,
He played the people that were here.
yeah.
He had so much loving, joyful energy. He got everybody going, and we were singing the carols and the Christmas songs, and he were dancing. Got everybody just in such a joyful.
Well,
Thank you.
Yes, he did.
Thank
You
you.
do share your gifts.
Oh, it was you were all.
You're amazing.
Oh, Donna's next.
And Alan and I had, if I could share, about 3-4
Sure.
years ago, we had a great a duet that was going on a number of pieces.
Oh.
And Alan has a voice.
We never heard before.
Right, that's
Oh
new.
my
See,
God.
thank you for sharing. Music, put it down as one of your verbs.
And not only does he have an incredible voice, but it is.
Open and expansive.
Continually, it's what's the word? Without limit.
When he opened his mouth,
It just
I mean,
goes.
it was just
Continual.
all of us
Continual.
like, where is that
Evermore.
coming from?
Forevermore.
But when we first met up to sing, I had been around Alan and had always relished his company, always have and will. And so when we got down to the dock area, it was New Year's.
You had asked me to come with you. He was gonna go like the wandering minstrel. going
Yeah,
around
just playing. Yeah.
Christmas carols along the docks, city docks, this is back before Irma. And he said, would you like to go with me, kind of help carry some stuff or whatever? And I said, oh, that'd be fun. I'd love to do that.
I
And
didn't know he had a voice.
oh my God, no.
The musician.
And we got invited aboard.
He should have said, would you like to carry a tune with me?
We had a blast, really. And it was reminiscent.
And it
Oh,
rubbed off again.
bless
Yes,
you.
it
God
is.
bless you
Thank
both.
for
Have fun.
blessing us.
Good. Okay, Donna's going to share a mission with us.
Okay, my mission is to be kind, thoughtful, caring, and understanding as an empath, and to know myself better, enjoy.
Oh, beautiful.
Mhm.
Yes. We love that. We second that motion. For each of us to know ourselves better and better enjoy. Mhm. All right. Anybody else want to share or would like some help?
I would love to learn how to sing.
Well, then you're sitting right next to the right guy. You're sitting next to the right guy.
1 week we could do this class and on other Tuesdays. we
Singing
could
or
do the other
dancing or-
sing. That would be fun.
Yes. All right.
Just sing.
Let's turn the our
Next page.
notebooks to the next page. You got it. Okay, goals for this year. And this is what now we're gonna just spend 10, 15 minutes. And if you look at all these targets here, when we turn the pages, okay, they all have different headers. And this is how we actually make targets for our life. And you can just make targets on your notebook page too. And so these are some categories that we just found, goals for this year. Okay, they're happiness, health,
And
wealth, Alan, love and community, growth, spirituality, career, personal space. And then I did mine. I did them all on one page and I just made little targets and I will fill them in my book. I just made a lot of little targets. And some of the areas that I found, yes, I did health, wealth, help. I would like to have a help target and to receive help and give help. Life mission target, I did compassion target. I did a relationship with my husband target, a charity target.
And there's more note pages in the back. So if these 8 have to expand for you, just go ahead and use the back pages.
Right. So let's just begin and I'll help
And
work
this is what
through
it
it.
looks like when you've done your
Yeah.
homework.
We don't have it in our books. So they, the new
Because you have the
book.
old.
The new ones. Okay, so just go to the back
No,
page.
it's the inspiration. It's not that you have the daily asking journal in your hand.
Use the other books. We
It's
have
the other
3 different
notebooks.
workbooks.
The inspiration workbook.
with the star.
Keep going. No.
Okay, Christine, you need one more workbook for this year.
Oh, I'm missing a work.
It's the new year, so do you have an extra one?
Oh, okay. All right, yes.
In the car. I go.
Okay, all right, so let's all just begin with one for health. And let's start with, what are we all gonna do? So let's just take a health target. And the middle would be your ideal weight.
All right.
Okay, so everybody in the very bullseye would be, instead of saying I'm gonna lose weight, you're gonna say, this is the weight that I declare.
Oh, good.
Okay? So you're just gonna put your weight in the middle. You're also in the middle to say, what is it? And for me, my middle bullseye was mind-centered on glory. So my real health target is to keep my mind centered on glory. Okay, everybody's can be completely different, and that's just my bullseye. And then I did some in the other outer rings here, how I got there. I'm gonna do some cleanses. I'm gonna cleanse my organs. That's gonna be one of the middle rings, my target. I am going to do that on the outer ring by doing my beamer and my lights and my foot bath every day. One of those therapies to help cleanse those organs. I'm going to walk my dogs 3 hours a day. That's going to be one of my outer rings to do walking. Yeah, my 3 dogs. So, okay. And then I'm going to 1 hour workout daily. So that is, all these are the rings that are going to get me to that target of, and the other thing that I'm going to do is pray. That's part of my health. And as I'm praying and praising the Lord, I also do praise, and I incant with my incantations and my inspirations. I say things that will help encourage myself. And that's part of my health, is that self-encouragement. So you just can fill in all those rings, and that shows you that that I thought of health as one department that's important. What are some other people's health targets? JJ.
Learn new skills.
Okay. And can you give some examples of the skills you would like to learn this year? Or in your lifetime?
I don't know if skill.
For in the health department.
Right word. Maybe skills to benefit my daily life.
Okay. And are you talking mind, body, spirit, or all three?
All three.
Okay. Okay.
How about good sleep, Carisa?
Oh,
Sure.
Yes.
So peaceful rest would be, so can you define the word good? Maybe peaceful rest or energize? Yeah. So I put energy in my health target too. So in the very middle, the whole idea is I'm going to be this weight. I'm going to have this beautiful energy.
That's the one thing I had.
How about calm mind?
Relaxed mind.
Okay. And then what are you going to do to relax your mind?
Meditation.
Okay. So relax mind through meditation. So we can say then give yourself, is a weekly meditation? Is it a monthly meditation? Is it 15 minutes a day? Okay. And then write down the time. So relax mind through daily meditation. This is Marianne who's speaking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then write how many minutes you're doing it.
15 minutes.
Okay. Daily meditation. So the ones of us who've been doing this for a long time, that's what we do. We do our 15-minute meditation daily, and that's how we're relaxing your mind. Okay. So that can be like the very first thing that you're doing, your outer rings that are going to help you get to that perfect weight, that beautiful energy, and that for me, it's the mind centered on glory.
I love that. Mind centered on glory.
Yeah, that's my bullseye. So when the new people are here, we actually say the many things that we could add in. More words are better. More words are better because the universe wants to give it to you your way. And it also wants to hand it to you so you know you asked for it. That when her necklace, it wasn't somebody else's necklace that was on our car seat, it was her necklace because that was what she asked for. So the more you say what your necklace is or what your desire is, the more the universe plays with you and gives you exactly that asking.
Massage once a week.
Yes, yeah, right. So for me, yeah, everybody put down, anybody who's got health gadgets at home, maybe it's time to take them out.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of us in here have Beamer mats, so make sure you rate daily Beamer sessions. Yep, foot baths, massages. Yep, take it all out. It's time, New Year's.
Stretch.
Yep. Okay, yoga. A lot of people have yoga as one of their main.
Chiropractic adjustments.
Yep. Chiropractor. Let's all try to go as many times, if it's 4 times a year, quarterly, monthly. Let's all put that on there, some kind of care. And there's such great things. You might want to even say, try something new therapy every quarter. We did cryotherapy. That was kind of fun. Acupuncture. Try your different things. It's great to just have that opportunity. So
yeah, I'd like to put in a plug for Dr. Dan, who is a great chiropractor here in town. And Alan has been speaking about him for over a year. And I went to see him, and it was like incredible because he does minor touching on your body that's adjusting things. It's not like you take your neck, crunch. He does.
Okay, that goes on.
Amazing. And in the month that I've seen him, I've just.
What's his Dan who?
His name is Dr. Dan, and it's called.
Oh yeah, Dan Chiropractic.
Mobility or something like that.
Okay, and where's he located?
Right here in Naples, just between Food and Thought and Fresh Food, right off of
41.
41, yeah.
Okay, Dr. Dan, and that's his last name, Dan?
No, it's something else. I don't know, but he goes by Dr. Dan.
Okay, well, we'll have to ask Alan to fill us in. Perfect. Okay. All right. So now we each took some time and see how we got health target. Let's turn to the next happiness target. Make a happiness target, everybody. So what is the center of your happiness target, Christine, this year? Oh, Sylvie wants to go first. Go ahead.
Count it all joy.
Count it all joy. Okay. So now she's going to tell herself how she's going to get to that point, that target of counting it all joy. Sylvie, how are you going to do it?
2 fun things with Carisa each month, and I already did. And the chiropractic adjustment goes on there.
Count it all joy, yes.
It's on there for February.
Okay, great. Count it all joy. That's Sylvie's happiness target.
All joy?
Yeah, count it all joy.
That's the center of her happiness. And mine is praise God and self. That's the center of my happiness.
And then also my happiness is organized home and office.
Yeah.
Exercise. I crossed out everything they and others on the outer rim. Everything is between me and my creator. And then I have
free time is on my target.
Alone time?
Free time, yeah.
And then personal growth and classes make me happy. And 5 retreats with Catherine.
Yep.
So we are going on to retreats like all the time.
Okay, and I have in my happiness target happy affirmations.
Oh, and read books.
All right, who else wants to tell me their happiness target?
Walk my dog.
Okay.
I just love walking. Laughing out loud.
Laughing, that's a great one. Laughing. Everybody should put that on their target.
Did I mention exercise?
Yeah.
Coffee with Doug.
More time in nature.
Okay, nature, wonderful.
What did you say about nature? More time in nature.
Spending some time in nature. Did that. That was very nice. Happiness target.
Huh? Me gardening. Oh, no.
Yeah, I wrote that too. Okay, around the world in beautiful nature. Praise God and self, free time, affirmations, experience love, and flow love. So that was one of my experience love and flow love. Somebody else said love was their middle of their target for happiness. That's probably Alan.
What's that?
Is happiness is your middle love?
In the middle of it?
Yeah, is that your bullseye?
It's funny that you said that.
I just know.
Well, I was, in the bathroom, I could hear what we were talking about, and as I come out, and I I'll just go ahead and ask publicly. So is that where you would put attract like love into your life?
Mhm.
Would that
Okay,
be
so
right?
so let's change your words.
Okay,
Love is already everywhere.
that's true.
So there's
But
zero
I mean,
need for
if-
attraction. There's only need for you to move into range.
Okay,
It's here. If we are under the illusion that we can give love or create love or get love, love is in every particle that exists on this whole planet. It's already there.
okay.
So it is just a matter for us to receive. Remember, asking you shall receive. See how big that word is? Receive.
Yeah, receive. Yeah.
The reason God brought that message to me and put that word really big is receive is I said, God, it's got to be one word, right? What is the one word message that that I can, through me, profess with Sylvie here? And he said, well, like the movie The Secret is one word, secret. He said, the only word there is receive. It's all here. So how do we learn? That's why we're here in a group and we're doing classes together. How do we learn this? Well, it starts receiving by doing what we're doing right now, using our words. So the minute you put love in your bullseye, guess what's just going to be all through you, around you, touching you, smearing all around you is your love.
Okay.
So put it in the middle of your bullseye.
We got it.
Yeah, I think Sabrina, did you raise your hand? Do you want to say something?
I can't get it off. I had it, I just did it. I had a question on my mission statement a while back, so
Sure.
we don't have to
Go
go
ahead.
back.
Go ahead.
Well, because I've never done this, I first wrote that I am loving, kind, joyful, and playful, teaching with great health, wealth, and I'm happy to receive all the divine wealth that my Creator has for me.
Uh-huh.
But then I changed it to then that I am abundantly wealthy, loving, kind, joyful, and playful, teaching, and I am happy to receive all the divine wealth that my Creator has for me.
Perfect.
Perfect.
The whole idea is get to a point where you can shorten it enough to memorize it. And as long as you're playing around with your key happy words, the universe is playing with you. So we're calling into existence it with your creation power in this very moment. So you see, when you dance with those words, the universe gives you some more of it and gives you more of it. And like this table, right? Give some more people to use it and more people, more fun things. So my original girlfriend who owned this table, she was a good friend of mine. And yet look at how much more fun we're having with a room full of people gathered around this table. She probably had some Christmas dinners at it, some Thanksgiving. She ended up getting divorced, and that's why it ended up staying in that house. And it was passed down, 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 down. So isn't it fun that we've turned this table to experience joy? So you're just using words and you're playing around with them, and the universe will give you more of all of it. So have as many words in your mission statement as you like, and make a version that is as short as you can memorize it, and then speak it out loud so that everybody always knows who you are. So when people come to me, and I know who's going to come to me as a client for health, because they're going to come to be reset, because that's what I do. I have one verb. So if they come to me, they're coming for that one thing. And anybody who's experienced me came to be reset to some divine perfection that you already were. And there's people in this room that came to me because I declared one verb. That's what I do, universe. And so it sends me people who I can help reset. And I think that we've all experienced each other. And if you've experienced me, that would be a word that, right? And you come here for that. Yeah,
That's a perfect word.
that's right. And I have one verb. I have one verb in my entire mission statement. So there you go. Have as much fun with your mission statement and keep writing. All right, so we all got some happiness down. We all got some health. Let's do a wealth target. In the middle of it is your ultimate financial for your lifetime. Put a number in there.
Well,
And your wealth target.
and that's a lifetime?
Yep. Mm-hmm. $1
And
million,
put and
$100
more.
million.
And more,
You can
right?
all, on every page at the bottom, you'll write and more. All right, so put a number as big as many zeros as you can put after it. Okay. All right, and now let's put some little ideas. So most of us have a job or a career. So let's just start on the outer rim with what's now. The furthest outest rim, what you're doing now. So solar in this room, as some of you guys. So put solar in the furthest out ring.
Like at the top, you're saying?
Yeah, just in one of the outer rings. And for me, it's quantum health. I just mentioned that. And a lot of you have come and we've met for quantum health. And then go to the next ring in, a little deeper in, and let's write down, maybe you are all involved in something you're developing, like we're writing books. So that would be quantum health is what I do already. And now a little more, a little closer to my dream will be Receive Joy and publishing. So your dream, your creation, your new stuff. JJ, give me one from you. What else are you doing besides massaging? Massaging is your furthest out ring.
Looking into doing wedding officials.
Okay, wonderful. Wedding. Write it down. Okay, do you see? So
What did you say, wedding?
wedding. You're officiating the weddings?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's
Yeah,
actually,
wedding
she's
officials.
officiating the weddings.
Oh, I
Wonderful.
catch that on the word. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the next thing that we're doing, some people investments might be part of your wealth. Okay. So if investments are how you're getting most of your wealth currently, right? You can put it in any of those rings that you feel that investment, how important is investment to your bullseye? And if it's stock investment, if it's bond investment, if it's investing in your children, if whatever it is, you put what that means.
Just, does anybody here study stocks, bonds, mutual funds? I do some. You do some too?
Okay, so give me some more of how people, what else, when we say the word wealth, Sylvie, what else?
I always think about paid in full,
Okay,
whatever that is, because like some of us have
Yep.
some outstanding or still doing a car payment or whatever. So everything is paid in full.
so all is paid in full.
Yeah.
And we use that paid in full like Jesus did on the cross because it's already done. So some people say, I want to get rid of my loan or get rid of my lease, or we'd say paid in full. That is an absolute command. That's a declaration like Paul was saying. Once I repent.
The inner circle or the outer circle, or would you put it?
Paid in full, that would be closer to your inner circle because that's getting you to your exact target.
So then the other thing I always put is I learn more about money and managing money and money product and wealth classes and investment
Attending
plans.
seminars, right? Like she's saying, learning webinars, some people talking to good friends, having a money mentor.
Then I speak lovingly about money. Money is a tool. So let's have a positive relationship. If you imagine money as a person, like be kind, like speak as a friend to it and use it as a friend. And so it's like all the energy, shift the energy about it.
And we just recently have somebody that's part of our group here, Million True Millionaire. She is a wealth, built 13 companies and all that. And she said one thing that she would put on the outside of her target would be to reimagine the beliefs you have around money. Investigate them and then reimagine them into positivity. So that's way on the outer rim, but that's where we start, right? So we start on the outside shooting arrows to hit that inner target. And we all should take a few minutes this year to reimagine things that were said at home about money. We don't have enough. You're never going to get there. It's too expensive. That's a common thing that people have heard growing up. So please start literally looking at them and then change them into something great. About how one of them's about women. She had, women don't earn as much as men. There's all these things that were said growing up that we have to sit down and say, I'm going to write a new story with my pen, and go through anything that was spoken to you over and over. How about the church thing, right? That it's easier to get through the eye of a needle, the camel through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven.
It's more blessed to give than receive.
Yes, it's more blessed to give than receive. All these weird sayings that now you're this old, you're in charge of your life and your wealth. And we have to say, wait a second, if God has total abundance, is that something he would ever say, or is some vibration he would ever put forth? Because there's more in every moment. Go ahead, James.
It's radical when I see where I am living now, where I'm at, expansive and awake, and what I have, possessions, which is really like snowfall. It's really coming down. And then these beautiful people, like you said in your affirmations, I'm surrounded by beautiful people and successful people that, and I hear it most every day. I was living in
He's listening to the CD.
It's great. I love it. It's awesome.
It's like
please do get an inspiration CD to help yourself. Yeah.
It's like 33 minutes just about like these positive affirmations.
Tell yourself how great you are and how great God wants you to continue.
Very powerful. As you said.
Yes.
I had enough possessions to put in a Foot Locker, period, for a number of years. And then I got a couple Foot Lockers. I got kind of so when I look at that now and I go, huh.
And he's a musician, so these are instruments that have to fit in those Foot Lockers, right?
Well, one of those was, my violin. I gave it away because that wasn't of God. That wasn't service to God. So I went out and collected for that. So that was an extra box. Yeah. Anyway, it's just an incredible journey.
And it's so fun to see that we can call in the wealth, and that's what God desires.
I completely relate to you. I mean, I lived on ships. So for me, it was always my one suitcase. If it can fit in my suitcase, then I wish to have it. Otherwise, I mean, I'm traveling, I'm going from ship to ship. So the suitcase is enough. And now I'm living in this, my bedroom is bigger than the cabins of the captain's suite I lived in. So it's like expanding, and shows like the universe is expanding and expanding and expanding. It's so beautiful. And like you play with yourself. So, and like when I started here, I started to play with myself. It's like, what is my old belief system? Oh, money doesn't lay on the street.
Money doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah.
So like then two funny stories. Like when I thought about this on the street, I went on a hike and I found $20 right there. And then I was like, what other things are there? And then I was thinking, money doesn't grow on trees. I looked up, oh, maybe there's something.
Right, is our awareness where it should be.
Because money is.
What do we print money on?
Paper, right?
Where do paper come from?
Yeah, trees.
Right.
So then the other thing is like, then I got a money tree for her after her trip, as a welcome back present.
So at Trader Joe's, they actually had a tag on the tree that says money tree.
So I bought that because it's like, oh, let us water this. And I put some $1 notes on, and she's like, oh yeah, let's water that. And then I was like, oh, completely. So it already grew like the $1 bills. And I put this whole tag on, money does grow on trees, for our belief system to be better. And then the next day I walked by and there's a $100 bill in there.
So that the fun is, if we play with the universe, it plays back. Play and then say, I give this forward, like we pray, and I happy to receive it back 1,000-fold. And that's what the Bible says, that some people only ask for 20%, some people ask for 30, some people ask for 100, and you're going to get what you ask for. So ask large.
I put like here, ask bigger, because that is what I did with Sabrina when I visited her, and she's online here with us right now. So we were asking the question, what is the message for 2021? And my card was like, dream bigger. So I'm now putting everywhere I ask bigger, I dream better. And here I put like, allow myself to play with bigger numbers. So we're always growing into something. You heard it, like when you have a company, you have a CEO until a certain number of growth, and you have to switch a CEO because the mindset of this person is only so much. And then you have to bring another person in that brings the company to the next level. So now we have to bring ourselves and our lifetime to the next level of things. So if you have a certain income you are so comfortable with, if you wish to have a next level income, you have to switch your mindset. And this is why we started our investment class groups, and we go to like all these Fine Mark Women series. We took with Susan together, we took like a class at FGCU actually.
Okay, and I'll mention something, Susan. The day we left that meeting, right, I went up to our teacher and I said, if you had extra money, where would you put it, right? This was off the record. And he said, well, I would definitely, and I was thinking of as simple as the Monopoly game, right? Said I would put it in utilities. right? So I'm thinking monopoly, and I'm thinking electric company, right? Gas company, railroads, the old way. Well, what is it for us now? It's gas, right? Gasoline in a car. So I'd always prayed. I said, God, I want to experience the Great Depression when things were on sale. I wanted to experience that. So when this hit, COVID hit, I said, great. So for me, utilities was gas.
When everything was
Yeah, it was the last day before COVID shut the universities down. So we were sitting there together, the three of us. And so I said to the teacher, all right, so in my mind, it means gasoline, right? Power for cars. So we bought Chevron. Well, Chevron has gone up. It's more than doubled since we bought. And that was just because we took that little silly class together just to keep our mind around money for fun. And they were closing it. Our last class finished on Thursday. On Friday, they closed the school for COVID. We just had finished it, right? And I went out and we bought Chevron and made tons of money. So you see, why did I go goofy class? Just for fun. And then you're saying, let's do something with what I'm receiving. I'm receiving this bit of information. I'm just visualizing a Monopoly board and the little cards, the four cards,
we have
electric
made
company.
back, like the money from the class, we have made back like.
Oh yeah, in a second. So.
I don't know if you know, oil went right through the roof today.
Well, then I'm richer. Richer was when I came in here.
For me, it's like, I've been reading I was reading how Pele, the soccer guy.
We sometimes do investment club meetings.
And he would come like hours early to a game, and he would sit there, lay down, and just visualize for over an hour.
Yes.
Like most of his time was visualization. And I realized how important
that is. Yes.
And I'm trying to incorporate that
So I love that. Yeah, and I saw your vision board. Awesome vision board. Okay, everybody remember to do your vision board for 2021. She did this beautiful vision board. So that's how everything is done. It's envisioning it. Bring it into your vision, everyone. So people that did the broad jump, or people who run, or in gymnastics, I was a gymnast, you visualize yourself doing the trick. You visualize it so many times that when some moment your body can catch up with your mind and do the trick, but you do it first in your mind. So let's always envision, vision, imagine yourself. That is what these targets are, because the reason we're doing this together and laughing while we're doing it. So investments are on here. I even wrote, God is my supply. Please understand that everything comes from God and it's all free. So please put on your wealth target. It's all free. It's just.
Let's go down to the other, to the weekly asking, monthly asking.
Yeah. So let's envision and make it this simple. Your superconscious, the superconscious is all supply, it's God's, and your subconscious, what we're doing now, the minute we wrote it down, it says it's real. It's real. So it only takes your command. And if you wrote it down and you got this serious and we all came together and we're high-fiving each other and we're praying over this, it's real. The only thing that can ever stop this from coming is you. So move yourself out of the way by imagining great things, imagining all these ways of doing it, the way it's coming in. Imagine your bullseyes, have them really great. Okay, so let's just do one more so you get it. Love and community. We're going to do these really quick. I want you to put a bullseye in each one. Love and community. Okay, so community, let's focus on that. What would be a bullseye in this lifetime for community? Giving, sharing, whatever it is for community for you. What does community mean?
Oneness.
Okay.
And I put God loved me first. And love one another, because that's the greatest command. Peacefulness.
Okay, so peace is on that. Peace on earth.
That's a good one.
Wholeness. Feeling whole, complete.
So let me understand this. So in the center of love and community, we're putting one triangle.
Oneness, because that's
one word, or oneness.
Oneness, or one.
Or another
O-N-E.
word, whatever.
So the whole idea is, right, why are there so many of us? You know, there's a donut and the donut hole. Why is there the donut and the donut hole? Well, The only way you know that the donut hole's a donut hole is if there's a donut. We're all inside right now. The way we know we're inside is because we came from the outside.
Amen.
So we're all here, like the Bible says, we're a finger or a toe or a leg or an arm, so that we can all experience this life in all these divine mission ways that we wrote down. And isn't it fantastic that we can do that? And when we come together, the whole idea is Jesus said he'll return when we're one again. So where does that start? It starts just like we're doing here, even outside of church, that we're actually understanding that as a community, our target is accepting everybody as one. Love. So the middle of that love and community target is that we're okay, we're one. And with it might come charity, compassion. That word compassion might be building up to this. Charity, and that can be, and then you'll define charity in your own way. It can be money, it can be time, it can be helping your neighbor, it can be experiencing family. Christine has some beautiful stories about an extended family that she's really reconnected with and making a loving effort. And of course, she's going to be accepting that it's new to them. So she has a desire to give, and yet she understands, as we all in this room, it's going to take a lot to receive for them. She's a new person in their life, right? And yet she's the original person in their life. It's just now you're a new person. And so let's just have this compassion and so who has other things for love and community? Any other things that when you think of what?
Harmony.
Harmony. Okay, so bringing harmony in your life or allowing it in. All right, Donna, one more word for love and community. Friendships. Miraclegroup. Okay, Miraclegroup's going really close to the center, guys.
Yeah.
Especially for the ones of us who really love this group. Okay, Miraclegroup. And friends.
I think accepting people as they are too, and loving them.
Okay, accepting.
High vibration.
Huh?
I remember being at a funeral, and the first thing that someone said was that this person always took people as they were, as they are.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Okay, so isn't that great? Now we've done this method, and I want by the next time, everybody, all the targets filled in. It should only take you 5 minutes to target. Get a bullseye. You can always change. The idea is when we move out of this room today, the universe knows how centered we are and how we're understanding that in all areas of our life, we're asking. Yes.
And what did you say at the bottom of the page we write?
And more.
And more.
And you can write it at the bottom of ours. So, okay. So goals for the year, if you turn back to the page before the targets for a second, I would like everybody to start with 10 while we're sitting right here, especially the new people. I would like 10 goals for this year. Anything, even getting a new bicycle. Okay? It is a muscle we are building together. Okay?
Goals for this year. In this-
Okay, so what, Deb, give me some of yours real quick. 10.
Yeah, you're keep going.
Any travel goals for anybody? Any lectures that you're going to, learning things that you're learning? You're probably doing more Reiki this year.
Yeah, Lord willing. That was so neat last year.
What do you have?
I wanted to go to 4 national parks.
Okay.
this year.
Okay, so national park hiking, if anybody's gonna do any hiking this year, any fitness this year, put down where you're gonna do it. Yes, thank you for the hiking thing. I'm gonna put that on too, because in North Carolina, I've not gone yet to the national forest. I said I'm gonna do it this year. Okay, what are yours, Sylvie? A couple of yours.
Goals for the year.
Write some books.
Yeah, the book sets ready, and online courses for Receive Joy.
Put that down too.
Doing the 5 retreats with Catherine. Work on a product each day. I execute my
Daily asking journal, please. Everybody who's in our group, daily asking. Daily asking. Write it down.
Having an assistant that can help me 6 hours in a week or more, who is really good with computer, and picking up things like receive joyish. Be in the moment and connected to receive. See the miracle signs and wonders. Read 12 books and more. Read the daily Bible every day.
All
Have
right.
complete focus and finish. And it goes on and on and on. So
Wonderful.
because we are like so.
Love you. Keep going. Fill in your journal.
Yes.
I know you're a professional. Okay, so in your packets, the new people, there is a 1 through 100 page, and you're going to say, this is crazy. Anybody who's been with us before, let's start with Debbie. How important is it when you first said, I got to come up with 100, and I just wrote them here, I'm going to tape them in my book. Was it more, is it easier now to come up with 100?
Yes.
100 what?
Askings.
Oh,
Yeah. Mhm.
So it's a list of 100. So we start out every year with a minimum in one sitting, New Year's Eve, usually that's when I did a list of 100.
And you can take your inspiration notebook, just open the bag. Just open your bag and put it in your
Put
bag.
it right in the book. I just wrote it on a paper. I'm taping it right in. So I'm doing that right now. Okay, so goals
We
for this
started
year, my
with
list
that.
of 100 goes right
Just-
in there.
Just do your 100 in the bag.
Yeah.
Then
All
you
right.
have it all there.
So Alan, give me your 10.
10.
10 list for this year.
Oh, so that I've got 3 written so far.
Okay, he's new. Do you see the difference? I got 100. Sylvie's done. She's writing like crazy. Donna's got the whole notebook full. Okay, Christine, give me some of your 10.
Okay. Oh, I don't have.
Keep
all-
writing, Alan.
I want to be walking.
Yep.
I love walking with my iPod and my skirt.
Perfect.
Keeping a positive attitude.
Okay.
Um,
You can use some of these other people's, guys.
okay, and I definitely I'm ready for a cruise.
Oh yeah, beautiful cruise. Okay.
Gosh,
Second that motion.
yeah.
Solar panels.
So, yeah.
It's happening?
We're already in permit. for it.
Yes. Write it down though, because it's happening now this
Okay.
year.
All right, solar panels. So-
Happy husband. Write that down,
Oh,
Christine.
God, yeah. Yeah, I wish. No.
Write it down.
Happy
Wish,
husband.
yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, and then his lungs clear up. then-
Okay. Clear lungs.
Clear lungs.
Easy breathing.
Yeah.
Okay, Oscar, give us a couple.
Complete Qigong certifications.
Oh, wonderful.
Learn Reiki.
Okay. Oh, right there, they're the Reiki people. Right?
Personal
Dog
sales
classes.
and solar. Build a national team of 300. Zero debt paid in full.
Okay, get rid of zero debt.
Get rid of it. Just pay.
Everything paid in full, all the time.
Oops, sorry.
Okay, the word debt for the new people, we don't want that on our paper.
Oh.
Everything is always paid in full.
C5 tropical paradises with family.
Oh, yay. I love writing down tropical paradise. I like that.
Bring family on trips.
Yes, that's so nice. Yes, I'm gonna write down to meet your daughter.
Yes. Yeah, that would be nice.
Meet Oscar's daughter.
This is kind of weird. It just popped in my head for some reason. I don't know why, but meet my half siblings from my father's side.
Cool. Very cool.
It can happen.
Yeah, it can always happen. It can always happen. All right, James Stevens, couple.
Well, the first one is rebuilding and coming my body to the optimum weight
Okay.
and massive strength. That's I mean, this is a massive.
I like strength.
Go for it.
Yep.
And the other one that I had, it just really got inspired by what you're talking about. Everything is inspiring. What I have is I want 1,000 fine fiddlers that are in my organization.
Oh, beautiful. That's so fun. That's so fun.
It's an organization that is called Sounds of Celebration Healing, which is based on what I've done for many years. And I've had it on the back burner, like Alan knows, for a long time. Just kind of stuck. And now the time has come. We're off the reef and we're out heading to sea in a glorious way. So, yeah.
Beautiful.
And the man, by the way, that found me when I was gigging on he's the guy who I will buy his trailer.
Yeah, that you're in now. The one you're in
That's
now.
the other thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, He's
Oh,
way
excellent.
into supporting me with this project, and he's very, very generous and well.
Okay, own my own home on your list.
Yeah, I haven't put
Okay.
that as.
Thank you. Good. Okay, Debbie, give us
There
some.
you go.
Write down my daily askings.
Yes.
Meet with my partner once a week. I teach my dog agility training. That's one of my goals this year. I visit my family and plan a wonderful summer vacation. Everything is paid in full. My weight is 140 pounds, and I want to feel good in my body.
Okay, excellent. All right. So the reason again that we're doing this all the time, every time we together writing things down, is it gets easier, and we ask more and more, and the universe then plays with you more and more and gives you more and more, and that's the true joy. And again, it's a muscle. Asking is a muscle. You have to go to the gym. You got to fill up pages after pages, pages upon pages and pages, and you just keep filling in more books and more pages, and asking just becomes natural. And everybody please write on their 10. You can make more than 10. I was just saying minimum 10 on your 100 list here that you are now planning your whole life. Okay, that is an asking. That I now have a planned life, a life by design. I live by design. Your pen is your wand, and you're waving it over this world. Okay, that's what that's why the Bible's written down. It's penned.
Okay, weekly, daily, and then we do the.
Yep, let's do it. Okay, so continue on then in your book to weekly and daily. All right.
So we divided this inspiration notebook into, of course, 12 chapters for each month, and it starts with a reminder of ask and you shall receive, like a chapter in there, like a comprehension, a summary of one of the thoughts to remember. So the power of starting new is the thought for January, and then when you go ahead and you go to the next page, it says gratitude and blessings received. So by the end of the month, just go through your daily asking journal, or when you have this journal solely, just go like every day, like really record your all these things, all the miracle signs and wonders you see, that you have a record of your life to improve your goal swing. And then we have the monthly goals. So from all the yearly goals, what do you wish to have like this month accomplished? And we have the monthly goals also in our daily asking journal, because it's for 3 months.
I second all your stuff, Deb.
Thank you.
Everything second.
God bless you.
So you can see like we have this monthly, also like a bigger list here. However, here we have it again, and again, successes and miracles. And when you then go to the next page, we have our weekly goals. So you know that all the studies show once you have your overview of your life, and then you break it down into the years, and then you break it down into the month, and then you break it down into the week, and then you break it down on the day, and you execute your plan your day, and like
live your plan.
And live your plan. Then you know that by the end of when you have it done by the end of the day, you have it done by the end of the week, you have it done by the end of the month, you have it done by the end of the year, you have it done by the end of your life.
Okay, and there's an affirmation. Affirmations are right on here for every day. So you've got lots of positive affirmations. Every word is edited. So
you
perfect.
See all these, we have like each day, we have a little space here, and you can use it in different kind of forms. So what I use it, like 2 years ago, I used this book and I put down my gratitude. I started with a gratitude list in here for every day. Then the next year I did it for my inspiration. So I put like actually like for my meditation when I woke up, all
what
these
came to your mind,
all the insights I received or throughout the day, all these like happenings of things that were inside. So I put that down a year, and this year I decided to write down all my accomplishments in a day. So what I actually, because this year I want to work my plan completely. So every time I cross something off my list, I put it in here. That by the end of the year, I mean, like look at the beginning of the week, I got some things done already. Because I started with the planning early and I broke it down into my week. So then I know what my day is. You can also break it down and put down in here like this is my daily plan and use this, but I have the daily asking journal, so I do it in here, so I can have this by the end of the year, just flipping through it. Oh my gosh, just having, and then we say like 1 to 5 things a day is plenty. And now that I really pay attention to what I actually do in a day, and I write it down after I've done it, it's like, oh my, I do more than I thought. And so I can be completely kind to myself. Instead of saying, okay, looking at the things that are still open from my list, I'm looking at the things I've already done. So I'm changing my perspective again to the more positive, and I see I can be completely happy by the end of the day. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you, Sylvie. You did a great job today.
That's awesome.
And I look in the mirror when I brush my teeth, and I can congratulate me of all the things I did.
Mm-hmm. So you can also stick stickers in here.
Still the same thing.
Yeah,
Same one.
Yeah. So again, with your journals, please put, like I flew the other day here in my little veil or my steamboat card. Just go tape them all in there. All your little pieces. Then you can just literally go through, and if you got a theater ticket that day or a movie, you can. Another way to do it is just tape that in and then make a little note next to it. I like to use this as my meditative inspiration. So I'll draw a picture. If an angel comes in my mind, I'll draw a little stick figure of that angel. And if I saw the 10 commandments and how it was written, I'll make a picture of the 10 commandments. And God has given me a vision on how to see that. So I just literally make a lot of pictures in here, or I write down a couple words of the inspiration I received that day. That's how that was the original thought. Inspiration. Sylvie's getting inspiration by recording what she's actually lived that day, and that's inspiring her. So whatever inspires you,
so there's more uses you can use it for, and we put like a whole list of things in the beginning with the instructions. So if you still require inspiration, how to use the inspiration notebook, it's right there.
All right.
And then also in the back, there's note pages, whatever is important to you in the year.
Yep. Even your receipts, where you shopped, what you did,
so I
just
put
tape it in.
I started a list of, because one of my goals this year is to read a certain amount of books, because I write books, and then the reading is like on the other side of it. So this year I want to read more. So I'm putting my books read already, so I can, by the end of the year, I can count, oh yes, I did the number.
That I wish to, and make yourself a reading list, because you always.
What you've read.
Just in the note pages.
There's no pages, just blank pages at the end of the book.
Okay.
Just tape things in or write it down. Yeah.
So just
a reading
use
list.
your note pages for notes.
Yeah.
Audiobooks cheating?
Yes.
Audiobooks cheating?
Honey, this is your life. This is your book. Everything counts.
Yeah.
and
it's all perfect, right?
Whatever you decide.
Whatever you decide, we're loving on it. Okay. So continue, everybody. And the ones of us like Christine, they're going to be filled in this year.
Yeah. So
every single page.
Bring it with you, all your journals, all the time when we meet, because we are like going back in every workbook and we're using it. And
so by the time we've done meeting, the book will be filled in by the end of the year. So keep writing, keep writing.
Yeah, oh, my favorite saying. So I love Minions, and I love the saying, the best is yet to come. So I Googled that and I printed it out and I put it here. So like make it individual. So like we have so many of these books and workbooks. So take like whatever.
Right. If you're a tea drinker, a lot of times that little tab on your tea has a happy message, or if you get a fortune cookie.
I found this on an envelope I received from someone with the 2021, and then it's a magazine set From Inspiration to Reality.
Oh,
so you can just go through magazines with your, we do a lot of visual journals, vision boards. And
tape things right in the books.
And just, it's my scrapbook. So we buy stickers
or put sticky notes, and then just after you've written on the outside, then just stick them right on the inside, and you got everything.
You receive this day. So it's just.
All your cool notes, all your cool inspirations, right? And then just keep going with them. Okay, so we will wind up by doing a final focus wheel. So if you've got your focus wheel workbook, page 31, we're going to do our imprinting.
So for the new people, you will find one of these. They have that.
They have it. Oh, that's in them. Okay. Okay. So we'll just. Yeah, that's the same one. You got it. You're in the group. So we just want to give people opportunity.
Oh yeah.
The Focus Wheel Workbook, it's our workbook to do our belief system, to like install something that is now in this moment better working than the ones we collected over the years.
Yes.
So you have like one of these empty focus wheels in your welcome package. To
Page
fill in.
31.
And we do, everyone who bought the book already, it's number 31. And it says, I know my next step.
Okay, so that's why we're doing, and what can we believe right now, right here about us knowing the next step?
So put in the center of the wheel, I know my next step.
And then you make spokes like a bicycle tire, and we can start out with I plan my day or my year, my life, put however you want it. I write, I plan my life. The second spoke for me is I ask. And thus I receive.
God gives me inspiration. I trust my gut feeling.
All right, JJ, give us one.
I am that I am.
James Stevens, what can you believe about I know my next step?
My next step comes to me.
Okay, it comes to me. Mm-hmm.
I ask for guidance to determine my next step.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. I ask for guidance.
Which wheel are we? Huh? 31. 31.
Every step forward is perfect.
That's for Oscar. Every step forward is perfect.
No.
Yeah, on the bottom of the page, it's 31.
I show up.
I show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't have that book yet.
Oh, okay.
If you wish to have this book, it's 15. 15.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can also in your welcome package there's an empty spoke wheel.
Okay, I started.
Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
but if you wanna have
Perfect.
the-
So let's keep going. Alan, what can you believe about I know my next step?
I know my next step
What can you believe about that?
is filled with success.
My next step is filled with success. Mm-hmm. My next step is full of success.
Oh.
All right. Who else would like to add?
My positive energy delivers.
You got that. That's wonderful.
What did you say?
My positive energy delivers greatness. Delivers greatness.
Delivers greatness. Huh?
Yes.
How about things big?
Mm-hmm. I think big.
With God, everything is possible.
I create my next step.
Yes, you surely do. We all do. I create.
I
my
joyfully
next.
create.
Okay, excellent.
Okay. Anyone else? Anything? Any
I love
ideas?
my life.
Yeah.
All right, so the book works where we have some suggestions already here, and you can fill in the focus wheel
question
Yeah.
on this gut feeling.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I was with horseback riders, actually. A woman my age who's cutting horses. I've never seen that, something else. I can meet the people, fine. And all of a sudden I get this gut.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw actions. Person would do it.
Right. So I trust my gut feeling.
So what do you do with that?
You trust your gut feeling.
Because your intuition is 100%, right?
Mhm.
100% of the time.
And then you walk
Okay.
away.
And then you recreate it. Yeah.
So I try to get the children.
So then you declare glory over the situation. Restate the situation. So if your gut feeling feels great, then you can say it in joy. If it's less than, you say, what I really mean is, or what I really call into this moment is happiness, safety, health, wealth, wonder, joy. Yes, you restate it. You have a recreate.
He called me over twice and I couldn't go near him.
Okay, so then from where you are, you bless the world. You bless the soul. You bless who is you. You bless all creation. You use your power.
Okay.
So bless your new next step.
Yeah, right. You just bless. You restate where you would like to be. It's like the bullseye. Out of your own mouth, you state glory for all, happiness for the soul, happiness for all souls, health.
And protect the children.
Yeah, so let's go beyond, that's a good word, protect. If Jesus did it all already, is there any need, and he is ultimate protection, there's no need for new protection. There's only a calling forth of divinity.
Oh, that's how.
Yes, so you just declare divinity.
And
All
do
is
you-
well
and how
all
do
the
you do
time.
that? And how do you do that?
All is well all the time. Thank you, Jesus. In every situation. And that's all right. All is well all the time. You just declare that out loud. And again, we state whatever it is, and you do it with your happiness and your heart. Everybody has different sayings. That's a saying I use. I know Carrie has a beautiful saying. She says, let the blessings flow. The blessing be.
And I say the best is yet to come.
And she says the best is yet to come. I accept all greatness. I accept divinity. I accept the perfection of this moment. Just state something that is moving you into a beautiful state, because there's really only beauty. And for that moment, we felt a hiccup, and now it's for us to make an immediate correction with our words. So even if your gut's still there, your word trumps your gut.
Thank you, because once I got the children, everything's well.
That's
we had
right.
a great time.
Yeah. So just speak the word over it, a blessing over it. And that's the joy of what we're doing here. Your word trumps your thought or your feeling. So isn't it great if we can practice this powerful word? And that's why we're writing as fast as we can, and we're practicing as much as we can. All right, now we're going to imprint these great wonders. So let's join hands together.
It's okay, you can make a circle
You
over
can make your
there,
own
and
circle
we
around the
make a
table.
circle here.
Yeah.
We're all oneness anyway, so.
You can sit if you'd like. You guys can gather around your table
And
there.
Susan, you can put the book down.
Just-
I'm doing
yeah.
it. Just close your eyes and receive.
All right, we're now going to imprint all the glory.
Okay, so close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. Inhale all the love that is in this room and exhale anything else. And with this breath, you already put yourself in a good theta brainwave. So imagine yourself inside as a ball of light. Take all your particles that make you out of every cell of your body and form a ball of light. So imagine this ball of light spinning in you beautifully. This is you. This is yourself. This is your soul. This is what makes you. And now send this ball of light out of the soles of your feet into the earth. And in the earth, gather all the grounding energy and bring it back into the soles of your feet and disperse all this grounding energy in your body, because we are about to go on a nice journey. So disperse it all, and then imagine this ball of light coming out of the head, of the top of your head, out of your crown chakra, and spinning on top. So see yourself above your head and notice if there's a color. And now take this ball of light and send it up higher and higher. And when it goes higher and higher, it goes also faster and faster. So you leave this house and this neighborhood, and you go all the way up that you see Naples underneath you, or wherever you sit. And then you see the state of Florida, or whatever state you're sitting in. And higher and higher and faster and faster. And you see the whole earth, and you go into the stars, into our galaxy, into our solar system first, and then out into the galaxy, higher and higher, faster and faster. And you leave this galaxy. And when you leave this galaxy, you see the rest of the universe, and you just leave that as well. And you see then there is a white layer of light. And you go through this white layer of light, and beyond that is a dark layer of light. So cross that and see another white layer of light, and another black layer of light, another white, another black, and do that all together 7 times until you reach a layer of light that is golden. And in this golden layer of light, this dimension you're looking at right now, are all your guides, all the guardian angels, all the masters that help us, or all the ones you heard before that have ascended, all the ones guiding, including our guardian angels, our spirit animals. Everything is here in this realm. So if you want someone of those that is close to you to accompany you, take them with you, however, cross this layer, and then you enter into a sticky layer. And this sticky layer has many colors, because this is the layer that has all the laws in it. The law of gravitation, the law of attraction, the law of lift. So some laws are higher than the others are lower, some trumps another law. So all of these laws, you just go through the stickiness and all these color and leave it behind. And then you see yourself at an entrance of a vortex. However you imagine that, it might be a circle, it might be rectangular. So envision this vortex and go into the vortex and go through it. And by the end of when you come out, the end of this vortex, you come to the truth, you come to the source light energy. So right here at the source, you see that there's only oneness, that your ball of light is dispersed into many, many particles. You're part of everything. You're part of every energy and every thing there is on earth, because you now understand what it means, like to be right here, to know what it means, I am that I am. And what it means, like that God is in you and outside and everywhere, right, left, above, beyond. So right here, you're back at source. And this is where you came from, and this is where you will go again. Right here, this is your source. This is where creation starts. And right here, you feel wonderful. You feel the love, because love is the highest vibration. You feel the bliss. You feel the acceptance. You feel so good. This is the feeling that you seek out every day, because this is where you come from. This is what you are. So you feel right at home here. And right here, where we see that we can play with all the particles and create matter, and put it together in every form that we wish. Right here, we can start declaring something. And when we declare it here, it has immediate influence on everything that is on earth in this body, in this manifest form that is only like 10% of us, if so. So right here, we declare and we change matter on earth, especially in our belief system. So it is here where we declare, and now repeat after me, dear creator of all that is.
Dear creator of all that is.
I declare.
I declare.
That I know what it feels like.
That I know what it feels like.
To know my next step.
To know my next step.
Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done.
Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done.
And now show me.
Show me. Show me.
And now that we ask Creator to download the feelings, because before we can actually feel something, we have to know what it feels like to know our next step. So now see what downloads, what gets into your system of that you know your next step. Maybe it's confidence, maybe it's clarity. So see what's coming, what you have to have in your blueprint, what you have yet to receive about knowing your next step. Maybe you see colors. Maybe you see something lifting of your body that is no longer serving you. So see what it does to download the feeling that I know my next step. So maybe some blockages in you are like the chains are broken. All of these images can come up. A boulder sitting in your living room that is just shoved out of there and completely vanished. What is it that you have to lay down, that you have to accept in order to know your next step? So take a moment to see what's happening, because it is done. And now repeat after me. Dear creator of all that is.
Dear creator of all that is.
I declare.
I declare.
That I know my next step.
That I know my next step.
It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you.
It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you.
And now witness. Because everything has to be witnessed. Witness what's happening. That you know your next step. And maybe you already see your next step. Maybe it's so clear to you right now when you come back to your body in a few moments, what it is that your next step is. Everything makes perfect sense. Or what you have to work on to let go. What you have to put on the God's altar that you know your next step. So take a moment to see what it is. And since we are here and we can change everything that we wish and declare it all new, let us now declare the following statements together that exchange our existing belief system that was less than that we know our next step. So now we do everything, we have all these affirmations, all these inspirations that help us to know our next step, what we can believe already, and now we're putting that deep in our subconscious belief system. So please repeat after me. Dear creator of all that is.
Dear creator of all that is.
I declare.
I declare.
That my subconscious completely accepts.
That my subconscious completely accepts.
And exchanges.
And exchanges.
Everything for the following beliefs about I know my next step.
Everything for the following beliefs that I know my next step.
I plan my life, year, month, week, and day.
I plan my life, year, month, week, and day.
I ask.
I ask.
All is well all the time.
All is well all the time.
God gives me inspiration.
God gives me inspiration.
I trust my gut feeling.
I trust my gut feeling.
I am that I am.
I am that I am.
I bless my next step.
I bless my next step.
My next step comes to me.
My next step comes to me.
I ask for God's guidance.
I ask for God's guidance.
Every step forward is perfect.
Every step forward is perfect.
I show up.
I show up.
I love my life.
I love my life.
My next step is full of success.
My next step is full of success.
My positive energy delivers greatness.
My positive energy delivers greatness.
With God, everything is possible.
With God, everything is possible.
I think and dream big.
I think and dream big.
I am focused on the solution.
I'm focused on the solution.
All answers are already here.
All answers are already here.
I listen to God's guidance.
I listen to God's guidance.
And I rely on my gut feeling.
I rely on my gut feeling.
My path is laid out for me.
My path is laid out for me.
The best things are yet to come.
The best things are yet to come.
There's always a next and more.
There's always a next and more.
Every step is part of my journey.
Every step is part of my journey.
Opportunities are everywhere.
Opportunities are everywhere.
Doors and windows are open for me.
Doors and windows are open for me.
I set goals and expect greatness.
I set goals and expect greatness.
I know my next step.
I know my next step.
Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done.
Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done.
And now show me.
Show me.
Now inhale everything what you require. The love, the clarity, the confidence, whatever comes up for you. And exhale everything that you have to leave. See the shift that is already making in your mind and your subconscious. See the images God is sending you already. And maybe you will be more clairvoyant or clairaudient. So take a moment and ask God here whatever you require. So if it is like hearing God's voice better or like trusting your gut feeling better, take a moment right now and ask for something that you wish to improve in knowing your next step. And say it in a way, I declare, the creator of all that is, I declare.
I declare.
And then put in whatever you require right now. So to hear, to see you, God.
Translation.
Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and now show me.
Awareness. Thank you. It's done, it's done, it's done.
And now receive your personalized message you receive, you have. The inspiration God already sends you. And now shower in God's beautiful light. And take the opportunity to leave everything here on his altar that was serving you before. However, now moving forward. Thank you. It is done. So we can go on. So gather all your light particles from all this oneness. And just know you can come back here and ask and declare anytime you wish. You can just connect. And you know that is possible with prayer, with meditation. You know it. This is your home. The fox has a den. However, for us humans, there's zero den on earth. It's only here. This is our den in God's hands, in God's glory. So shower in God's glory right now, right here. And then make your way back through the vortex and through the sticky layer with all the laws, because we require these laws on this plane of the world. We decided to come for this moment to just experience and count it all joy. So go back to the golden layer. Thank you all, your angels. Thank you all, you guides, for always helping me. I will call on you every time, every day. When I require you, I know you're just here and wait for me to activate you. Thank you for being here for me. And then go through all the layers of light again, dark light and the white light, and 7 times until you come back into your universe, our galaxy, our solar system, the earth. And then hone in, like, where's your body sitting on earth? And for all of those in this room, it's here in Naples. So choose your own body and come back to the crown of your head. And before you disperse again, you come out of the soles of your feet, going into the earth again, getting this grounding energy, because that's what we agreed on, to be grounded here on earth for this moment in time in this body. So come back with your grounding energy, and then let all the light particles, everything that is you, fill in this whole body again. And just feel how fulfilled you are and how new and how excited it is to know your next step, because now it's like so easy and so light and so clear. And it will be all clear and it will stay this way. And you know this. So now that you came back to your body, open your eyes, rub your hands together, and make an energy break. Just because we are oneness, but now we are living in this illusion of separation in our own bodies. Well, everyone looks like ready for bed.
Next time we do a pajama party.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for staying on here with us, and it was like so fun to see you. Happy New Year!
Love you, love you.
And thank you, everyone here, and we see you in 2 weeks.
Did you like it?
We've never met.